The next question is, how's your dad so far? Has he been involved with the new baby coming? No. My dad is as far as I left him when I posted that pic of him fresh out of jail. When you're self-aware, you can look in a nigga's eyes. Not even just a nigga, anybody's eyes. You can look in somebody's eyes and you know when they playing you. And that's no different from me looking in my dad's eyes. I don't play around when it comes to toxic shit. Most of my life has been centered around toxic shit. I can read energy, which means I can read bullshit. My father's full of bullshit. He's not involved with my life, and he won't be until he's ready to grow up and be a real man. My father is willing to admit his wrongs, and he's a pretty honest person, but he's not honest with himself. What's taking accountability without changed actions? Escapism is fucking childish. And sure, I know pain, and sure, I know trauma, but there's always a bigger fucking picture than the one we like to dwell on. And that's like real shit. Like, my father is so sad because he felt abandoned all his life. Nigga, did you think not to abandon your daughter? No. So, next question. I tried talking to my mom about my anxiety, depression, and that shit ain't work. What should I do? Me personally, I wouldn't take it personal. My mom's the same way, and no accountability. She doesn't know why I'm sad. I think she's bipolar. She think I'm bipolar. I think whatever I think is wrong with her, she think the same thing wrong with me. If I come to her with if I came to her with a concern, she would throw that same concern in my face like a child. To me, I feel like if you come to your mom about mental health or being sad, first of all, your mother should have came to you first. If you're in tune with your child, like, there's no way Mars could be moping around and I'm too busy worried about myself. Mars, come here. What's wrong with you? Are you good? So, not to say she is a bad mother, but she's probably just blinded with whatever demons she might be fighting with or avoiding. You could bring mental health issues to your parents, and sometimes they'll shut down and become defensive. It could have nothing to do with their parenting, but they'll assume that they failed as a parent. Say you're depressed. Say you're sad. Say something happened to you, like being molested or touched. Well, I didn't know that. It didn't happen. My mom told me being molested didn't happen. It didn't happen when I was in her hands. Bitch, you right. I was never in your hands. But I feel like any woman who dismisses her child's discomfort clearly has some other shit going on that most of the time we don't even know about. You gotta ask yourself, like, shit, do she even know what she got going on? And like a lot of times I would take my mom treating me and dismissing me so personal. It hurt my feelings how mean my mom was to me. It hurt my feelings how many times she dismissed me. It hurt my feelings that she left me in Texas for me to come back after high school and this bitch in the same spot. It hurt my feelings. Now it's like, I feel bad for her. No accountability, no responsibility. My mom wants so bad for me to say she raised me, but she don't want to take responsibility for none of the trauma I endured. She wants to leave the past in the past, but you got to address the past to leave it in the past. You can't just act like nothing never happened. Recovering from depression, but then relapsing because you forgot everything you learned. Here's my tough love answer. You don't forget everything. You're scared. Admit that you're scared. I was scared. I was scared to be happy. I thought people could snatch that shit away from me. But they can't. The power is all within yourself. So if you want to be sad, just say you want to be sad. If you're comfortable in your depression, say that. But don't act like you can't get out of it. There's nothing that I'll ever allow to make me depressed ever again. Not as long as I'm a mother. 1, being sad is annoying. 2, dwelling irritates the fuck out of me and I start acting ugly. When I start acting ugly, bad shit happens to me. So I refuse to let it take over my life. Like, I got shit to do. Like, literally be a fucking mother. I will not be like mine. I won't. It's an inspiration at this point. Tears and all. A fight and all. I will never be like mine. I might be fun like her. I might talk like her. I might do faces and my lip look like her. I will never be her. My nice answer is recovery is a muscle. It doesn't happen overnight. You can put together a wellness recovery action plan when you're actually in a stable mindset. Write a handbook of daily affirmations, journal. Let people know what to do when you feel sad. But keep pushing. My next question is how to cope with depression. It took me half my life to figure it out. And it's just like, do you want to be happy or not? Are you going to soak forever? Or are you going to get the fuck up, get out the environment you in, stop hanging around the people you hang with? Excuse me. Are you going to search for that happiness? Are you going to fight for that happiness? It's okay to digest our emotions. It's okay to be sad about sad shit. We're human. But we be so quick. And when I say we, I mean me. I was so quick to want to end it all over shit that was never going to change. I self-sabotage. I looked for every way back to be depressed. We start feeling safe in our depression because we know that nobody can take away what happiness we might not ever had or have. But that's all an illusion. It's a lie we tell ourselves because we're not aware of the power we each possess within ourselves. You want to be happy? That's your choice. You have to reclaim your power. You have to learn that loving yourself is more important than loving anybody else in this world. And what big responsibilities come with loving yourself. You have to be brave and take accountability for certain things you put yourself through. Then forgive yourself. I had to literally, like after cutting myself, I was mad at myself. I was disappointed in myself. I was disgusted with myself. How could I give myself all these scars? How could I open my skin over other people? I had to forgive myself. That took me the longest. It was forgiving my own self for hurting myself after these people endlessly hurt me. Shouldn't I be the one who loves me the most? I was all I had besides my aunt and my grandma. But I didn't see it that way. I was too young. So here's me to you. If you're hurting yourself over another person, be the bigger person. Love yourself. Respect yourself. Protect yourself. Don't waste years on hurting yourself to escape the pain that they've given you. Because it's going to take even more years to forgive yourself for all of the pain you put your own self through. You have to forgive those who would never apologize for the shit they done, and be mindful that they didn't love them own selves. And when you respect and love yourself, you respect and love others, especially those you love. So it's nothing personal. Like my parents and how they did me, it's sad. It hurts my feelings sometimes. But I don't give it that much thought. I don't give it that much power. I let it inspire me to be a better parent, to not do drugs. I would never put not one person above my daughter. Not one person. That shit hurts. And it hurts for a long time. It leaves a stank on your attitude from the time your parent does that to the time you start loving somebody else. Oh, how were you able to overcome the darkness and silence your mind? Sometimes it feels bittersweet for me to say that Mars saved me, because I know some of y'all don't have a child, but one day y'all will. And when you do have that child, when you do get pregnant, you want to be in a stable mindset. You want to be in bliss and peace, serenity. You don't want to put that baby through none of the pain you've been through unconsciously, because you're still fighting your own demons. You want to have your shit together. And truth be told, I was a fucking mess the first 2 years of my daughter's life. And I remember I'd be crying, but I was writing, I was pushing through, but I would be crying. My daughter would be looking at me like, bitch, you okay? She'd be looking at me like, and I can only imagine like, what the fuck is wrong with my mama? Like, I'm the baby. Why is my mama crying? But for real, I advise you just to have all your shit together and like let your future inspire you. Like you don't want to be a mess when your kids are growing up. Not even a little bit. I don't ever want Mars to see me sad unless we watching Frozen and Anna just died. Then I cry. Even then she'd be like, what are you crying for? But like to see me sad for most her life, unacceptable. Unacceptable. What's this next level of self-healing when you already know your traumas and triggers? Where do I go from here? I would say put yourself first. If you're truly healed, there shouldn't be any triggers. Some sore spots, of course, like me crying when I'm explaining all this shit to y'all. But when I'm done making this video, oh, we on the playground with it. Take it slow, because these are your survival stories. And one day I'm gonna have to tell Mars this. One day Mars is gonna read my book. And I just hope she's proud of the survivor I am. You have to ask yourself where you want to go. I can't tell you. I can't tell you where to go from here. All I can tell you is don't take your ass back. That's what we don't do. That would be called relapsing. Are we following? We don't do that shit. We don't do that shit. Your experience with therapy and treatment. I feel like therapy helped me to be rational. It helped me organize my thoughts and all the bullshit I had going on. I think treatment would have gone a lot farther if I was fully honest with my psychiatrist, but she did most of what she could to help me. Ultimately, it was up to me whether or not I wanted to be healed. Only I could heal myself. Only you can heal yourself. Not a nigga, not your mama, not your daddy. Not the part. Sometimes we need closure, but only we can heal ourselves. We get closure within. We get closure from our own selves. Little do we know. We give ourselves that power. We reclaim it. Closure. And put your healing in a psychiatrist's hands or a therapist or a counselor's hands. You have to search within and do a lot of forgiveness, instilling a lot of self-love, self-respect. This is the first video, and Lord, I don't know if this video will help with my raw bluntness, but I go into much deeper detail. And I'm sure I'm much more poetically worded in my book. I took time with this. I put my heart in it as much as I could. But this video is me verbally. This is how I am. This is how I talk. How I write is in my book. So I know it's most of y'all probably read my book. I hope I'm still as inspiring with my stern self. This is me. What can I do? If you stayed for this ride, I hope you find healing in your own truth and story, and don't give anybody else the power to define you, because only you can define who you are. I love you all. I plan on making maybe a couple more videos for this month. Mental health awareness is important to me because I would like to get rid of the stigma surrounding it. I would like to get rid of when you see scars on somebody's arms, you like, this bitch crazy. We are, but for a reason. We hypersensitive. That's what that is. Nothing's wrong with being hypersensitive. We just need some grounding, some rationalizing, some help, and find you a good support system. Take them breaths, let them tears out, keep it pushing. I hope this video really helped. It might have went a little fast in the beginning. I wrote all of this on my laptop yesterday, and I cried harder than what I did today. And of course, I said, well, I cried yesterday. I won't cry tomorrow or today when I make this video. But yeah, sore spots again. I guess that's it for now.